Should you still learn Python as your first programming language going into 2025? So Python is the first programming language that I ever learned. It was my first love in programming and I do not regret that decision at all. But I learned Python and I started learning the code in 2021, and now going into 2025, some things have definitely changed. So I wanted to make this video to give you the sort of pros and cons when it comes to learning Python as your first programming language, because obviously this is not a black and white decision. Things always depend, and there are always pros and cons with choosing any programming language or any technology or anything like that. So with this video, you're going to see a full list of the pros and cons, and then at the end, I'm going to give my conclusion and tell you, would I still choose Python as my first language, or would I choose something different? Let's start. And I've put these pros and cons into three separate categories. First is learning. Is this a good or a bad programming language to learn the fundamentals of programming as a beginner? Number two is building projects. Is it a good or a bad language for building projects? And number three is getting hired / making money. If your goal were to only get a job as fast as possible and or to make as much money as fast as possible, is Python the best choice or is there a better option? But before we get into all of that, let me give you the reality that you need to understand when you're learning any programming language, be Python or anything else. Now, going into 2025, learning a programming language is not going to be enough. And this is something that you need to remember. Well, you're going to need to first understand the foundational programming logic, sort of how programming works behind the scenes. Number two, you're really going to need to master the skill of actually learning things quickly, because the real skill of a programmer is not what you know, is being able to pick up new things extremely quickly. And then you're going to need to build really impressive portfolio projects and learn how to sell yourself to companies to actually show to them that you have the skills to do well at the job. And doing all of this yourself is not an easy task, and it might sound overwhelming. But for your convenience, I have created a program that actually walks you through and teaches you all of these things in one place. We will go through the logical building blocks of programming. I will teach you the mindsets and the skill of being able to pick up new things in any field of programming very, very quickly. I will give you all the technical skills that you need to build full stack projects using Python as your main language. And I will give you a bonus bootcamp called Getting Hired Mastery that teaches you everything from building a resume to crafting your LinkedIn profile to get recruiters to come to you rather than you having to go to them. So you can check that out down below in the description in the first link, and make sure to use the code Python for a 20% discount only for you if you watch this video. With that said, let's get into the pros and cons of Python. First, in the category of learning. So is this a good language for learning programming? Well, the first pro of Python is that it has very simple syntax. When you're writing Python, compared to something like C, which is very clunky syntax in my opinion, Python syntax is extremely readable. So when you read Python code, even if you don't know that much programming, you can pretty much read through it almost like English. Now, obviously it's not quite like English, but much more so than something like C code. So it's very beginner friendly in that sense. You don't need to learn and memorize a bunch of random syntax for you to be able to start writing code quickly, which is going to make it a very rewarding language to learn as well, because you can start writing real programs extremely quickly. And in my opinion, it's the language that is the least overwhelming to start with as a beginner. But the con of Python as a beginner is that it sort of hides a lot of the underlying programming concepts that are actually behind the scenes. When I learned Python, I then after that learned C, which is a very sort of what we call low-level programming language. And it was only after I learned a bit of C that I started to appreciate just how much Python was essentially doing for me behind the scenes. So if you do choose Python, what I will tell you that at least at some point you go and learn a language like C, and you really force yourself to do things very, very pedantically so that you understand sort of behind the scenes things that Python is simply doing for you. And the next pro in the learning category is that Python has a massive community and support. So when you start coding, you will see very quickly that whenever you're coding anything, you will have to be Googling stuff all of the time. And the more programmers there are in the world in the language that you're coding in, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to find the answer to the specific question you have on Google. Now, obviously today we have things like ChatGPT, but even then, when there's more resources out there in Python, that means that things like ChatGPT are going to have more resources based on which they're giving their answers. So overall, I would say Python is a great language to learn for beginners, simply because it is a very simple language. It hides a lot of that detail that you perhaps don't need right as you're starting out, but with the only caveat that you don't only want to learn Python if you want to be a serious programmer, because you also want to sort of learn to appreciate some of the underlying things that a language like C is going to force you to learn, but that Python is going to hide from you. And this brings us to category number 2 of building projects. Is Python a good or a bad language for building projects? Well, the first pro and one of the biggest pros of Python when it comes to building projects is exactly the same reason why it is a great language to learn for beginners. It's because it is very fast to write. These days, with a lot of the optimizations that have happened behind the scenes and things like this, with a lot of these languages and frameworks, it's actually a lot more important to be able to write code quickly rather than having code that executes extremely fast, which we'll get back to in a second. But the big pro of Python is that whatever project you're building, you can get it done, you can achieve that project in much fewer lines of code than you would have to write in a language like C or something like that, which in the case of a business project, for example, it allows you to write that first version and get that first version out much quicker, and then see if it works out or not and move on to the next project if you need to. And let's say you want to build 5 projects for your portfolio, you can achieve that much faster using Python than most of the languages in the world. But this does bring with it a con, which is that Python is not the best language for very performance critical applications. So what does this mean? Well, in the case of programming languages, because of the way that they sort of work behind the scenes, which is beyond the scope of this video, Python, when you execute the same program using Python versus executing the same program using a language like C, again using that as an example, the C code can execute like 10 times faster than the Python code. Now, when you learn about these languages and how they work, you will understand why this is. To oversimplify this, is essentially because Python, because of this simplicity, has a lot of overhead behind the scenes that it has to do that makes it a lot less efficient to actually run the code compared to a more simple language like C. So if you're building a program, which most likely as a beginner you're not going to do, by the way, so you don't actually have to worry about this, where it really matters whether your code runs in 0.0001 seconds or 0.00001 seconds, then Python might not be the best choice. A great example of this, I was listening to an Elon Musk interview where he was talking about the details of their self-driving car technology. Now, self-driving car technology is extremely performance critical. You want to have the code run as fast as possible. What they will do is they will first write the code in Python to sort of test it out. And once it works, they will then rewrite that exact same code in a language like C, or well, I can't remember if it was C or some language like that is actually much faster to run. And they will use that code for production. So they get the benefit of Python in it being fast to write the code, but then when it comes to production, where the performance really matter, they will use a language like C, which is really interesting. But the next pro in the project building category is the versatility. Python can be used in a bunch of different fields. So let's say you start with a language like Swift. Swift is a language that is very specific to only building applications for the Apple platform, so a Mac OS or iPhone or something like that. With Python, you can make web applications, you can make automation scripts, you can make AI programs, you can do data science with it, you can build games with it, you can do pretty much whatever you want, which again, to me, makes it a very good beginner language, because as a beginner, you sort of want to dabble in a couple of different fields. You want to see what it's like to build an AI project, a web project, things like that, so that then after that, you can choose what to specialize in. And with Python, you can do a bunch of different stuff, which is a big pro of Python. And the next pro is the abundance of libraries and frameworks that are available. This sort of ties in with the community aspect that we learned about before. Because Python is so popular, I think it's the most popular programming language in the world, and it's been so popular for such a long time. Simply, there are so many tools and frameworks and libraries that have been developed over time because of this abundance of developers using this language, which for you as a developer, when you're building projects, is really great, because whatever you want to do, most likely there has been someone else before who has had the same problem, who has built the same thing already, and they may have just put that into a library or a package that can simply import into your code and use rather than having to write the code from scratch, which again makes it much faster for you to build projects really quickly and easily. Which is that because of the abundance of these libraries and things like that, it can be easy to just rely on libraries and just import these libraries and write your entire program just using someone else's code, using these libraries, which when you're learning the code can mean that you're not actually learning the internals of what is the logic of how this code has actually been written and things like this. So you can again make it so that you forego some learning that you would have had to do otherwise in some other language, because you're able to rely on these libraries and these tools so much. And the last con in this category is that Python is perhaps not the best if you're building, let's say, a web application that needs a front end or some kind of graphical user interface. Now, Python is only a backend language, so you could have a web application where the backend is in Python, but the front end is in JavaScript or React. But often when I'm making these kinds of projects, what I found is that if I need to have a React or a JavaScript front end anyway, I might as well also do the backend in JavaScript in Node.js. That is exactly what we did for our startup. The entire application, front to back, was in JavaScript because it was simply simpler to have the same language in front end and back end. So when you're building these kinds of applications that need some sort of graphical user interface, I find myself often using JavaScript rather than Python, even though I could just as easily use Python in the back end. So that is also something to consider. So overall, is Python a good language for building projects? I would say absolutely yes. It's not the right language for all kinds of projects, but there's a lot of projects you can build, but don't make it the only language you learn, because there are also many other types of projects that you might want to build as a programmer where you are gonna need some other language, or that are gonna be more optimal using some other language. So now getting into category number 3, which is getting a job / making money. Is this a language that I would choose if my only goal was to get a job as fast as possible? Well, the first pro is that Python still today, when you look at the data, has some of the highest job demand out of any language in the world. And when you also look at the top paying technologies from, for example, this Stack Overflow survey, you can see that Python is very, very high up on that list. It's only really beaten by a lot of these more obscure sort of niche languages like Rust, Swift, things like this. So when you combine the amount of job postings available, which how much all of these jobs pay on average, Python, in my opinion, is still a very, very good language to learn if you're looking to get a job and make money. But there is a con. Because Python is such a popular language to learn, most people choose it as their first language, in fact. While there is a big number of jobs available, it might mean that the competition for these jobs is also going to be very high because there's many Python programmers out there. And it's actually very difficult to know like what is the balance of supply and demand in any given language, but that is something to consider. Again, because Python is such a versatile language, this leads to opportunities in many different areas of programming. So let's say you're a beginner, you don't really know what area you want to specialize in. You might want to go into AI, you might want to go into web development, and you're choosing the language to learn. Well, if you learn Python, you're essentially keeping your doors open to many more areas than, let's say, if you chose JavaScript. If you choose JavaScript, you pretty much know that the only jobs you're going to be able to apply for are web development roles. And let's say you're not interested in that at the end of the day, then, well, now you're going to have to learn a different language to then go into a different area. Obviously not a big deal. Once you learn one language, easy to learn another, but something to consider. And the last con here is that many Python jobs actually have quite high barriers to entry. So while the number of jobs out there in Python might seem high on the surface, a lot of these jobs are going to be in fields like machine learning or AI engineering or something like that, that often, not always, but often are going to have requirements that you have a degree in a mathematical area or something like that, which might mean that while the number of job opportunities out there is quite high, many of these jobs are going to have a high barrier to entry, meaning that you as a beginner might not actually be able to qualify for them. So that is, again, also something to consider. But overall, if you learn Python, you're going to have a bunch of job opportunities, great opportunities to make money. Also, if you want to build a business, Python is one of the best languages to start with, simply because you can build a prototype very, very fast and start giving that to users, which, as a failed startup engineer myself, is one of the most important things that you should focus on when you're starting out. So in conclusion, Python, an amazing language, and I would still probably choose it as my first language if I had all this knowledge, but none of the skills. Today in 2025, the other one I would also definitely learn is JavaScript, because a lot of web projects, I do admittedly nowadays end up using JavaScript simply because I do have that front end component as well. But in general, what I will also say is that I wouldn't worry too much about what programming language you start with. The thing with programming, as you will learn when you get into this, is that when you learn one language, it's very, very easy to learn another. And if you want to see another video on the state of Python, I recommend you watch this video right here. With that said, don't forget to check out my course down below in the description if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next one.